Three, two,
My
one.
name is Corine Tyler, Corine Clark Tyler. I say it like that. I was born in Norfolk, Virginia, and St. Winston Hospital, and my birth date is 7/12/27. My father was James Clark. My mother was Lou Jean Clark, and they were born in Jackson, North Carolina, and they moved to Virginia. That's where I was born, in Virginia. Um, I had two brothers, Willie James and Roosevelt. And Willie James passed away, and I only have one brother, which is Roosevelt. And I went to, so we moved to Virginia Beach. I went to the school. First school I went to was Mount Bethel Elementary, and went there until I was 9 years old. But we had to walk every day, backwards and forward, my brother and I. So, what? That's about me. Is all
Yeah,
that about me?
yeah, that's good enough for a quick intro.
Okay.
So, this is Shalone Cason Show, and I'm Shalone Cason, and we're going to be doing an autobiographical, is that a word? We'll make it up. Autobiographical interview with my grandmother, who is now 91, correct?
Yeah.
91 years old, and it's Corine Tyler, but some people call her Sta, and I call her Granny. So this is the Shalom Cason Show, where we do biographies of all kinds of people from all over the world. And today we have Corine Tyler. So you started a little bit with your parents, and could do you know anything about your grandparents? And by the way, we're outside, so if you hear any wonderful nature noises, cars passing by, don't worry about that. So, do you have any information that you remember about your grandparents, your parents' parents?
Not really, because my father was adopted,
Okay.
and his mother, the people that raised him, I only saw him about a couple of times, and they lived in Jackson, North Carolina,
All right.
and they had this big farm that he worked on, and I guess he got tired working on the farm, so he left,
Okay.
came to Virginia.
Came down here.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
what did your father do when he was down here?
When he came here, when he first came here, he worked at the long show, longshoreman. He worked for a
Oh, okay.
longshoreman and lived in Norfolk. Worked at the longshoreman. Then he left that and he moved to Virginia Beach and he started farming. Oh my God, that was something.
So he moved away from farming and went back to farming.
Yeah,
Okay.
went back to farming. I guess he thought he could do it better by farming. So he farmed a lot, and I did too. So
All right. What?
he had all us. He had beans and corn and peas, and we picked butter beans and we shucked corn, and we did some of everything.
Oh
My
wow.
brother and
Okay. What about
and
your mom? Did she do any work, or was she stay at home?
no, my
Mom?
mom. We were all doing the same thing. My mom in the field too.
Oh wow. Okay.
But
Everybody's in the field.
the worst thing was I really, I had me plowing. I used to plow this mule. I did all plowing. I could color weight. I could make rows. Do rows, corn rows,
Oh wow.
all kinds of stuff. So I did all kinds of stuff.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
So moving on from there, you were talking about school a little bit and your two brothers. Do you have any uh, fond stories from school, or any people you particularly remember from elementary school? You remember anything from there?
from elementary school.
Yeah.
Um, well, I left Mount Bethel School. We left that school because we had to walk, and then we had to fight every day. So we got tired of fighting.
Oh, why were you
So
fighting?
did children fight you, you know? Like,
Okay.
and I remember one day this girl got mad with me. They had a German Shepherd,
Mm-hmm.
and this boy uh, sucked his dog on me, and the dog bit me.
Oh, wow.
So I said, I'm not going to school no more. We're going to Union Kingsville. That's when we left and we started going to Union Kingsville. My dad was living up on Salem Road by Spencer's Farm. You know, before Spencer's Farm is
Yeah.
there?
Mm-hmm.
He was living on that farm. So that's where I walked from Spencer's Farm to the corner. We used to call it Gallup Store at the corner. It was where Princess Anne comes into Salem.
Okay.
That corner. We catch the bus and go to Union Kingsville. And I stayed there until I went to that school until I passed to the 9th grade. Graduated from elementary school to the 9th grade.
Okay.
But we had to walk a long way, so my dad took my brother out of school. So that left me walking by myself.
Oh, wow.
So then I didn't want to go no more. So I left. I quit school right then.
After the 9th grade?
After the 9th grade.
Okay. And that was still considered elementary?
Elementary.
Okay, because now we have...
No, 9th grade you go to the high school.
Okay.
I went to Unionville.
Okay, well, let me...
It was
move this
Unionville
here.
Elementary.
I'm missing some of your hand movements, so
Yeah.
we're going to move this over here. Yeah, get all your hand movements
It
there.
was
Move my shit.
Unionville Elementary.
Okay.
Union Baptist, that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Then a big school was Union Kingsville, with everybody went to here lately. You know, you went to that day.
No.
You went to Keller.
I went to
Oh,
Green Run,
Green
which was
Run.
fairly new.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it
right.
opened in the 80s.
That's right. You went to Green Run.
Yeah.
And
So you left because you didn't want to walk to school by yourself.
no, I didn't. And you know, back then, children would fight you and fighting every day and all this kind
Oh,
of stuff.
wow. Okay.
I'm not gonna tell all the fighting I did.
Right.
I'm not
right.
gonna put that in. But then they would fight you, and you couldn't. You had to fight every day. So I said, after that, they took Buddy out to work. Cause back then the white people didn't want the older children going to school. Boy, too old to be going to school. He can work. So Daddy took him out to work on the farm.
So the farmer,
Yeah.
the person who owned the farm, didn't want the children wasting time after a certain age.
Yeah, so took him out.
Wow.
Took him out, said they can work. That boy old enough to work on the farm.
Mm.
And so he worked on the farm, and then I stayed on, but anyway, after that, but we still worked on Spencer's farm, picked strawberries and
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of stuff we did. Did all that, and then I met this boy.
Always trouble, right?
Always trouble. So I got pregnant, and then I had to stay. I had to stay out there. But after that, I think Alan was about a year old. So my dad got mad because me and my husband were fighting, and he took Alan from me. So he raised Alan. That's why Alan is clocking now these hours. But anyway, I worked on another farm called Hutchin Farm. I went and worked on that, and did a lot of cutting kale and collards and spinach, spooning stuff like that, spooning spinach, and worked out there for a long time. So we, still lived on Salem Road.
Okay.
So then my husband was William Tyler, and he worked at the sawmill. I can't tell you. He worked at the sawmill, so
Okay.
Things didn't go right.
At the sawmill.
Didn't go right for me. Didn't go right for us together, because he started drinking and messing, and so
Ah.
we all worked hard. So struggling with 3 kids. I had 3 then. So we still worked. And then one day I told the kids after they got up a little old, I said, we gonna work in this field today
Mm-hmm.
and we gonna buy us a car.
Okay.
And so, my oldest son was with Jesse. Then not Alan was staying with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
But old Jesse was the oldest. So I said, we work hard and we gonna make this money. This man was gonna sell me a car for $100.
Okay.
And I worked and I bought that car. And that's when we started going back and forth in the field making money. And I did pretty good with the children, carrying the children too. So then finally, after that, I got a job at Preston Ann Elementary School, which was Seaboard then.
Okay.
So I started working on the farm, and I worked at Seaboard Elementary School. And all the children went to school. Did I say how many children I had? I didn't say
You
that.
said you had 3 at this
Had
point.
3.
Was there some more that came along?
Yeah, then I had when I went to Seaboard, when I went to Seaboard School, I think I had 10.
10. Once you got to Seaboard.
I had 10
Okay.
kids then. I had 10.
And now for another quick break for a special announcement. You like traveling? Have you ever traveled to another place and had nothing but problems with the hotel? There's no microwave, there's no kitchen, the bed's too small. Ugh. Well, stop living in the past. Hotels are done, and now you need to travel with Airbnb. I once stayed in an Airbnb for a whole week for $150. The nearest hotel was $100 a night. That's a deal that's hard to beat. Get all that by signing up for Airbnb with the link in the description. Thank you, and back to the show.
But the son was going to Kellum.
Mm-hmm.
No, son was going to Union Kinsville. That's what it was.
Okay. So when you were
training school,
when you were working on these farms, it was someone else's farm, and you were almost like a farm laborer. You
Yes.
just go to whoever's farm and help them out.
Yeah.
Was there like less pay for if it's a black person farming, or they didn't care if you did good work?
No, I was working for this white farmer,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I could work so good he wouldn't let me get on. He didn't want me to go on another truck.
Oh.
So if I get on another truck, if a truck come pick you up and you get on another truck, and I got on another truck, he would get mad and he fussed them out. He said, "Don't pick her up no more."
So you're a really good worker.
I was a good worker, yes.
Oh,
I
wow.
was.
And when you had all these kids and you're working on the farm, were they helping, or it was just understood that they can come and you're still going to do good work?
They would come, I would bring them, and they would work, all except the little small ones. They wouldn't work. The little small one wouldn't work, but sometimes my mother would keep the smallest one.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of them, they would be in the field working.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, we did a lot of work now, I'm telling you, a lot of hard work. But, I was working for this man named Mr. Ernest Elverson. And he wouldn't let me get on nobody else's truck. So I made him pay more for picking cucumbers because I had been on another truck, right?
Right.
And I said, I'm not going because they paying more over there. So when I went over there, but what I didn't know was the cucumbers wasn't as good over where I went.
Oh.
And where I was at, it was better cucumbers, but they were paying more over there, so I made him pay more.
Right.
So he said, I'll give you more if you come on back.
Well, hey,
So
that good work pays off.
He wouldn't let nobody have me. I said, I'm not your real hand, I can go anywhere I want to go. And I would talk to him like that. But he said, Corine, I need you. The guy they kept calling me. And so he said he needed me.
So we were talking about the working and the farms, and then you moved over to SeaTac. And what kind of work were you doing at this time?
Not SeaTac.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? You said Seaboard?
Seaboard Elementary.
Seaboard Elementary, and you had 10 kids at this time. About what year do you think that was when you went over to Seaboard.
Good gracious, now that's a good. I was in there when I went to Seaboard. It was Ronald was born 1960.
1960.
1960.
So 1960, and there was a lot of stuff going on around this time with Martin Luther King and a lot of other things. In your life, did you notice any changes? People more excited, or people more into politics, or you're just doing your work and you didn't really see a difference?
I didn't really see too much different, but it, I know the day that the day that he got killed, I was working in school.
Oh, okay.
And I saw a lot of everybody was sad about that, but I really didn't see too much different. They didn't bother me. I mean, I had no trouble
Okay.
too much, Seemed like I got along with everybody, whites and all. I didn't really have any trouble.
Oh, that's good.
I did.
Okay, so let's
But,
talk about Seaboard a little bit more. What kind of work were you doing there, and how did things get along?
I was the janitorial. I was the day janitorial.
Okay.
They had a day one, but I was the lady. I was the lady, and then they had a man was named Mr. Britt.
Okay.
But it was kind of, the principals and things, they didn't want you to sit down, they didn't want you to do this, but like this principal told me one time, me and this other lady was talking, right, in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
She came by and said, "Why y'all skating together?" I said, "What?" So I said, "What you think we gonna do? Gonna get together and kill you?"
You said that?
Yeah. So she looked at me and she said, "But why you say that? But you can come down to the office and get your slip. You can leave." I said, "No." So I left. I got in my car and I went over to the school board office, and I talked to the man over there that hired me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and I told him what she said and everything. He told me, said, "Go back, tell her she didn't hire you and she can't fire you."
Wow.
When I got back to the job, she said, "You went to school board?" I said, "I sure did, because you don't talk to me like that."
Wow.
I said, "You don't talk to me like that." I stood up for my rights now.
Right.
But I got along pretty good at this school.
Well, that's good.
The teachers all loved me, and it seemed like everybody just loved me. And I got along good with the teachers, and sometimes they would have me in a class, teaching in class.
Oh, wow.
Everybody thought I was a teacher. I said, "No, I'm not a teacher," but then they would, I had 2 or 3 teachers that would look out for me. And they would, when they got paid, they would let me go to the bank and cash the check. And then they would give me money like that. And I did. I was blessed.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
going to
good.
say I wasn't, because I was blessed. And the white teachers did the same thing. They called me, "Corine, come get this." And then I remember one time my daughter Barbara and I, we started, remember when the Cabbage Patch dolls came out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We would make them Cabbage Patch dolls. So then when I would start making them, and this one lady at school, she was white, she said, "If you make me one with blonde hair, I'll give you $100.
Wow. $100.
So I made a blonde one with blonde hair. Then another lady one. I used to make dolls. Me and Bob used to make dolls every time you turn around. We were making dolls.
Wow.
And I made good on making Cabbage Patch dolls.
Oh, that's great.
I always had something. Then I started to like hustling, selling cookies at school and drinks and all that stuff, which you can't do now,
Right. It's all locked down now.
Yeah.
You can't do what you want to do.
Can't do that now, but I always know how to do it. But anyway, my dad used to do it. He used to sell ice and fish and ice up and down the road. So I guess I got that from him.
Oh, okay.
Know how to hustle, make yourself and make some money.
Right. Definitely.
I think I still got that hustling stuff right there. Trying
Yeah.
to sell everyone running up down the road. But anyway, yeah, that's how I made it.
Okay. And after Seaboard, or how long were you at Seaboard, and what kind of happened after that?
I stayed Seaboard 33 years,
Okay.
which I could have moved up, to another higher level, but I had kids, and I could have got a good night job, which would pay more money.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to leave the kids home nights by themselves.
Right.
And so I said, I'll just keep the day job, and kids, and I could carry kids to school. The smaller one, I could carry them to school. Your mama and Sharon and Barbara and Verna, I kept them in the school.
Okay.
The principal let me keep them in the school with me
Oh, that's great.
while they were young.
They definitely don't do that
No,
nowadays. You'd be hard pressed to keep your kids with you when you're working.
But sometime, and then we had another lady that was working in the daytime too, and she would help me watch them. He from tearing the school. I go in the room, and they'd be all up on the counter, tearing up the wall, tearing up the toilet tissues.
Wow.
But anyway.
Well, that's great that you had the opportunity to work and bring them
to school with
you.
me.
Yeah, that's great.
So I was blessed.
So after your 30 years at Seaboard, 33 years, what was going on after that time?
After 33 years? Well, but while I was working at the school, my mother died when I was 50. I was 50 years old. But then I was still at the school working.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was driving a cab too. I drove Don Taxi for about 3 years at the beach.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like when school was out, or when were you driving the cab?
In the summer.
In the summertime,
yeah,
okay.
In the summertime.
Okay.
I drove the cab in the summer. And then, after that, I used to clean houses. Clean beach houses I remember I went one time. I didn't have but that was before I got the school job. I didn't have a job, so Booty got into trouble. So I went to the employment office to get this job, and they didn't have any job that day.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, someone said, you don't leave, you stay here. So something might come in, they'd call you if something.
Right.
So I sit there and I said, Lord, I need a job. And I need a lawyer. And
you need a lawyer? Why did you need a lawyer?
I said, Booty got in trouble.
Oh, he got in trouble.
Yeah.
And for the people who might not know, who is Booty?
That's my son, William.
Okay, and where did the nickname come from?
His father.
His father?
Yeah. His father named him Booty.
How'd they come up with that?
I don't know. I ain't come up with that. Booty ain't gonna want that name on that TV. He ain't gonna want that on. He gonna get mad.
He'll be all right.
Oh, okay.
So he got in trouble, and so you needed a lawyer and you needed a job. And you're praying.
Yeah.
In the employment office.
That was before I got the job at the school.
Okay.
But I went to the employment office and I sat there that day. So the lady called me and said, Corine said, come in. So I got up and went up. She said, well, I had a job yesterday, and this lawyer, I'm telling this because this is really a true story from God, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I went up and she said, this man wanted somebody to clean his beach house down on 9th Street at the beach. And said, I don't know where he got somebody or not. He wanted them yesterday. That was the day before.
Mm-hmm.
And said, but I'm going to call him and you can talk to him. So she called him, and he said, yeah, tell her come on. So I got in my car, and I went on around to 9th Street where his house was. And he was standing out there, and I looked at him. I said, oh, my God, I can't go in there. By you being from the country. And
right. He looks fancier than you.
But he was handsome. I said, oh, Lord, I can't go in there. So this is a handsome man. I can't go in here with him, But I got out. He said, Corine, that's you? I said, yeah. He said, come on in then. So I went on in the house, and he showed me what he wanted me to do. His name was Michael Wiseberry. I went in the house, and he showed me what he wanted me to do, and he said, he gave me the money for working that day, and take this money and get your cleaning stuff. He paid me.
Okay.
And he said, when he left, he said, And if you need a lawyer, so if you need me, call me. And if you need a lawyer, I'm it.
Wow. Two prayers
I
answering one
got
person.
I got in the house and I cried. Then I called him and I told him what had happened and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm your lawyer. And I said, how much you gonna charge me? He said, $75. And the lawyer that my sister-in-law had, her son was the one did the murder.
Mm.
But the lawyer she had charged her $5,000. My lawyer only charged.
$5,000. And
Yeah.
what year do you think this was?
That
In the 50s, maybe?
yeah. That was in the
5,000.
50s. Then that was before I had all the kids, but Buddha was about 17, 18, something like that, 19. I know he about 19.
Wow. $5,000. I don't even know what that is with um when
Charge,
the inflation. That's got
yeah,
to be way more than 5,000 now
yes.
in today's dollars.
He charged her $5,000. And I asked my lawyer how much you gonna charge me. He said $75.
That's amazing. So, yeah, I just checked that inflation because I really wanted to know what the price would have been if it was $5,000 in like 1965 or 70. And as you can see right here, it would have been $32,000. That is like more than a year's salary for some people. So let's take a quick check and see how much it would have been if it was $75, which is what her lawyer charged her. And we'll calculate it. The $75 would have been $487, which is 10 times less. That is quite ridiculous and definitely a miracle and a blessing from God that she was able to get, um, wow, her case solved for just $487 in today's dollars. That's accounting for inflation. Whew, that's crazy. Okay, back to the show.
And we went to court. And he told me, he said, when you come to that court, I want you to be dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be messing around now. You got to tell me the truth. And when I went there, my sister's son got 8 years, and Booty didn't get nothing.
Wow. That is amazing.
That was amazing there. I said, that now. Then I worked for him. I don't know, I worked for him a long time after that. And he's still my lawyer right today.
Oh, that's great.
I go see. He called me up to come to see him, and I still go see him.
Oh wow, that's pretty amazing.
Me and Cute, he still got a case in for Cute right now. Cute always getting money. I said, Cute, how much around you keep getting money? You always get Cute money.
Okay, so so now we're going back to you just left Seaboard. You did 33 years. What happened after that? Were there any accomplishments with your children that you wanted to touch on that happened in between those times?
Oh, all my children had graduated then, most of them.
Okay.
Most of them had graduated. They were just, when I left Seaboard, wait a minute. When I graduated, when I retired from Seaboard, well, everybody had left home. They got grown and all that stuff. Everybody was gone. So I went, Dad got sick, and he had a stroke. And I went to stay with him and come out of the hospital. And that's how, after my retirement, I went to stay with him.
Okay.
I thought I was going to do all kinds of stuff. I went to stay with him for 8 years, took care of my dad for 8 years. He was paralyzed.
Wow.
Yep. Stayed with him for 8 years.
How much was he paralyzed? Was it full paralysis?
He was paralyzed on the left side.
Oh, on the left side. Wow.
He couldn't walk.
Okay.
Yeah. So I took care of him for 8 years, and after that, Oh, after that, then that's when I came to stay with Juanita. They.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you just been doing your Avon and other things since then. Anything else you wanted to touch on?
No, I don't do no more Avon now. I just go to church and come back home and do it.
Okay.
And visit everybody I can visit. You know, anything I can do to help them, I'll do that. But other than that, I don't do too much right now. Not
Enjoying your
Avon.
retirement.
Yeah.
And so, what about anything like your children now? Any highlights you want to say you're proud of, or any stories you remember, fond stories about any of them? We had one story from Booty. He got in trouble. You got him out of that for
Yeah.
$75.
Oh God.
Any other fond memories with the children?
Not no fun ones, so sad ones.
Sad ones?
Oh yes, that's right. I don't know, but they did pretty good. You know, I forgot to tell you about that. You know, the house burning down.
Oh.
Um, but Sharon just had CJ and KK,
Mm-hmm.
and she came down one day and said she was going to the clinic, take them to the clinic,
Okay.
and I left, and I don't know what she lit the oil heat or what, but the oil ran out, and the house caught fire,
Oh, wow.
and she was there, but she got out. But when the runner called me and said the house burned down, I said, "What?" But Les did get out. She and the CJ and KK, and that's when I left the house on Salem Road, no, I mean West Neck Road, and went to Norfolk. Moved to Norfolk.
Okay.
Found me a house in Norfolk and moved over there. Cause I left Salem Road. It was West Neck. It was West Neck then.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to do a quick commercial and then we're going to do a wrap up. So, if you like cash, well, you can get cash with the Cash App. If you go to a restaurant or something, you want to split the bill, get the Cash App and you can split the bill very easily. And I have a link. It's shalonely.com/cash and you can get $5 when you sign up with my link. That's shalonely.com/cash. And now we're going to get back to the show. So, what?
Go ahead. You sound like the cab man. Cash cab. You seen that?
No, I haven't seen the Cash Cab. Yeah, we're talking about the Cash App. It's, you get it on your phone and you can send money to people. It's really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get $5 free when you use my link.
Oh.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I use it. So
I don't know how to do that.
you don't know how to do it, I see they just got you a new smartphone. You learning how to use it?
Yeah, Booty. I mean, not Booty, but Verna gave me that. Verna
Okay.
bought me the phone. No, I don't know how to. I'm doing pretty good on it though. I can text a little bit and all that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. So for a wrap up, what lesson do you think that people can learn from your life, like a virtue, something that is always good to do, or something that you should avoid? Kind of what life lesson do you think there is in your life that you want us to learn about?
Well, the only thing I think that you should do is try to love each other and get along with each other.
Okay.
I know you're not gonna get along with everybody, but if I'm mad with them, I try to make up with them. You know, I try to, and I try to do the thing that's right. Might not do everything that's right, but I do try to. And pray.
Okay.
And I pray every day. It may not seem like I pray, but I pray every day.
Right.
You know? And I go to visit people that sick, and I call people, and whatever I can do for them, I'll do that. Sometimes I think I do too much for some, but that's the mother in me. That's what Alan says.
Right. Okay.
I love my children. I love my grandchildren. I pray for my grandchildren. I pray for all of them, everybody.
That's great.
And I love my son-in-law, so some of them think I don't, but I do. And I can get along with all of them. Seems like I can just get along with everybody, you know. But to tell the truth, I think Dave has been the best son-in-law to me. I don't want to put that on there. I shouldn't have put that on there.
It's okay.
Because anytime somebody, they want you to come and stay, and you don't have to pay nothing, I think it's great.
Yeah, that is
And
great.
if I offered him money, he said, nope. And when I first came here, see, he wanted me to stay with Johnson, you know, get Johnson off the school bus.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. And now Johnson, like he's mine. But I said, you know, so you act like mine. You mine too.
Okay, that's good.
Ooh, that neat talk to Shalone. He loved talking to you. I said, I love talking to Shalone. I said, he told me to love him. I love him.
That's
So
good.
I love Shalone.
Yeah.
I love all of them. And KK, Lord, that's kissed me all the time. Yeah. I don't see CJ that much, but I still love them.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
the kids, I love everybody.
So love is the main message. Love and help people.
Yeah.
And just try to get along with
Try
everybody.
to get along with everybody.
That's great.
Regardless of who they are, you love them.
Okay. All right. So we're going to wait till these 5 cars in a row pass, and then we're going to do our outro. All right. Because it's nice and cool out here. That's why we did the podcast out here today. So this has been the Shalone Cason Show, and we did our interview with Corine Tyler, my grandmother. I call her Granny, and it was great to have all this information. And if you would like to support what we're doing, you can go to shalonely.com/support, and you can give some money, whatever amount you want. And that would really help me out to be able to do more autobiography interviews like this. Also, if you like this podcast, you can subscribe. We're on YouTube. Hit that button to subscribe on YouTube and hit the bell. We're on Google Podcasts, iTunes Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, we're there. Spotify, Stitcher, what have you. This podcast is made with Anchor, so you can also go there and subscribe, and you just search the Shalone Cason Show, and that's it. Until next time, keep learning from life. Bye.
Ooh, bye.